Hi guys, fantastic. Welcome to another event of Forever Living page today, and we're on Facebook page, and of course we're on a lot of other online platforms. So first of all, welcome and fantastic. I think we will wait for some time, or should we start? Uh, okay, I don't know. Should we start right now? I think we'll start, right? So okay, great, great. So I think we should start right now. And first of all, welcome. Thank you for coming. This has been amazing company, amazing experience which I had with Forever. So Forever was class apart. And when anybody compares me with any other company, I always tell them, if you want to compare me, please compare me with Tata, Birla, Ambani, Reliance, McDonald, KFC, Infosys, because I would love to be compared with those companies, and then we can talk on what money you can make there, or what business you can do, or what lifestyle you can have there, and what lifestyle you can have Forever. So basically, my journey with Forever was fantastic. I joined here in the year 2000. When I joined in this business, I was actually looking for opportunity. See what happens sometimes, you're looking for opportunity, some opportunities come to your way, they knock at your door, opportunity knocks, but we don't even go and open the door. So when this opportunity came, I grasped it. I grasped it and I wanted something good. But I wanted to do my research because I was not sure, okay, is this company really good or no, or is it another scam? Because at that time there were a lot of scam companies coming. So I wanted to join a company which is mind blowing, outstanding, and which not just could I do the business in India, but I could do business anywhere in the world. So it's very, very important for when you join any business. First thing, you must check the company's background. So I'll just give you a hint. There's some things that you must check before you join any company. I'm not talking of networking only, any business. First, check the background of the company. A, most important. B, check the products. How good are the products? Once if a product is over, when will the demand come again? Because if there's a demand again, then you make money. Now, for example, you buy LED TV and then you don't buy another LED TV for maybe 5 years, 6 years. So there's no resale. So it's very important for you to understand what you're buying, which company are you buying, how the products are. So very important, products. Now products, again, they should be exclusive. There should be not some products which are available in Tom, Dick and Harry's place. Sorry for my language, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So very, very important is to get a fantastic product. Now you have a product which is exclusive, which is again related to skincare, dentistry, weight management, healthcare, and has a range of products. So when, for example, if I want to brush my teeth, I should have the best toothpaste with me, and we have the best. So very, very important for you to understand the full business. So first you take company's background, then you take products, then you say what money are you going to make. The problem is we see the company's turnover. See what are you going to make. You might be working with one of the top companies, McDonald, KFC. They have a massive turnover. What do you get there? Peanuts. So it's very important for you to understand what you're going to make. I agree the company's turnover should be good, but what are you going to make in the end? And what Forever offers is class apart. I mean, there's no other company that can come close to us. So I joined this company in the year 2000. And when I joined, I thought I will do this as part time and maybe I'll shift to full time later if it works. So that was the way how I joined the company. But I realized in my first month, I had touched something like 42 cc's. And in the second month, I qualified as a manager because I needed 120 to become manager, and I had touched 145 cc's in 2 months' time, which is much more. In fact, because it was so new, I didn't know that also I become manager because I didn't know the structure. It was totally new. It was just fresh in India. And I remember that time we were at Puja Center, which was in Villa Parle West, Santa Cruz West. So we were there, and that's how we started. So, guys, it was mind blowing. And when we started, it was very, very important for us to understand how powerful this company is, how fantastic this company is. So when I did all this research, I went on Google, I searched this, I said, when my sponsor, his name is Lester DeCruz. So first of all, I'd like to salute him. Thanks, Lester, for introducing me to such a lovely company. And I think my life, the most I value this company is now in this Corona time, in this pandemic time. I have valued how fantastic this business is, because we used to only talk of it. But now we got the experience of it, because my passive income is on. My when people say work from home, and there's to I mean, all those so-called educated people used to say work from home. Now all these people, all the top companies are saying work from home. Imagine the amount of money you save from work from home. Tomorrow I have to go for a seminar, I have to spend a bomb on the presentation, hall, projector, light, weight. Now everything I do in the house. So it's, imagine, sometimes something comes with a blessing in disguise. So this has really helped me. So when Lester introduced me to this company, I was negative. The negative you should be, so that you understand the company. Because unless you don't know how good the company is, how will you know you're going to survive? But what people make mistake, they only see money. They only see ABC, they only see C, they forget the rest too. First thing is very important. What is the background? If the background is stable, you can do business worldwide. If the background is not stable, you can't do anything. So very, very important you to understand the background of the company. And background of Forever was class. So that time I remember it was in about 75 to 80 countries. And even that time, it was quite impressive, because today, if I just want to open an office in Japan, forget about the expense. My only my if I take a taxi from the Japanese in Tokyo, from the airport to the hotel, it'll cost me about 10,000 to 15,000 rupees. So imagine, here I'm opening offices and opening branches in 180 countries and above, 170 and above. And for that, what am I paying? Zero. So I understood this is a fantastic company. Now they told me they have offices here, they have offices there. I didn't, I was a little skeptical. So I called up my friends in different areas, which all areas, and then I found out, just check if this office is there or no. Because the minute if I would have called up the office from here, it might be where it is night time over there. So the office, nobody will pick up the phone. So then we might think, it's a scam. So I made sure my friends in those areas, different areas, I call them, find out if this office exists. And when they told me, yes, this office exists and the setup exists, that's where I got totally impressed, and I got. As I told you, in the first month, second month, my first month check was about 11,000 rupees. Second month, my check was 49. Now, 49 was a big check. Imagine in India in the year 2000, when you get 49,000 rupees, it's massive. Third month, I touched 1,11,000. So this really, because I remember when I used to conduct swimming classes and grooming classes. So I've done a lot of Miss Mumbai, Miss Maharashtra, Miss Earth, Maharashtra Universal. So all these beauty pageants, I've done more than 95 beauty pageants, where I have trained the models how to speak, presentation, body language, eye contact, question answer round, how you answer, what is the crowd, how you impress the judges, which questions you ask to impress. So that was my profession, which I has to do side by side. But as I tell you frankly, in that field, there's no money. Yeah, there's Shosha, there's lifestyle, but there's no money. But what Forever gave in my third month, 1,11,000 is where I woke up. And from that month onwards, I have never gone less than 1 lakh. Never. So this is the best part of the business when I started. Now, when I started, you will get a lot of negative people. Understand? So don't fight with the negative people. Be in touch with them. Very, very important not to fight with anybody, even if somebody criticizes your business. So I was in one of the WhatsApp group where it's a business group. So people started, when I posted a comment, they are always against it, because they say it's MLM. So, somebody passed a comment. Now I could have replied to him, but I told him on the side, and we went to personal chat, and I explained to how powerful we are. So the reason why I went personal chat, so I can convince him to join, because he has come with an argument in a group which might touch his ego. Now, many people say I don't have ego. That's a different story. I will not debate on the ego topic right now. When I started this business, the amount of negativity that people got into me, and the negativity is not from outside, it was from my own house. So I had a fantastic dad. So first of all, I'd like to salute my dad. He was excellent. So my dad used to tell me, "What's all this crap you're doing? You're already well established in your swimming pool, in your grooming field, and everybody knows you so well, and you're doing fantastic. Where you come here and doing all this, selling aloe vera and shampoo and conditioner? This is only for the females, not for you. Come on, Simon." So I told him, "No, Dad, this is fantastic. This is very good." So he still started nagging me. So every time I used to sit in the hall, he used to come and nag me. What is all this doing? Useless. Now I realized the only way I could impress my dad is show him money. So the first month, as I told you, I got 11,000 rupees. Second month, I got 49. So when I showed him a check of 49, he was not impressed. He's saying, "Arey, you left all your work and you're doing this, and 49 is not a big amount at all." He was telling me. The third month, I showed him a check of 1 lakh 11. Now the idea to show him a check so that he stops nagging me when my seminar is on. So when I showed him a check of 1 lakh 11, he saw the check. He was watching this with the glass, and then he's telling me, "Is this a genuine business?" So, guys, the point which I'm trying to tell you is people will always be suspicious, even if they are in your own family. Forget outsiders. Outsiders some of my friends were saying, "Are they were saying in Hindi, "Are wo chain business join kiya." Now I don't understand when they say chain business. Now I have a very simple question: is let's say you're taking a distributorship of LG for India. Please understand, a simple question. Now you have made XYZ a distributor in Maharashtra. Maharashtra has made another distributor for LG TVs, LG LEDs or products in Mumbai. He has made somebody in Hill Road. Hill Road has made somebody a shop in Hill Road. That guy does a sale, everybody makes money. That is also chain. So first understand, this is not a chain, and chain is not bad. Understand, chain is not bad. When I say KFC chain of restaurants, McDonald chain of restaurants. You don't say McDonald personal restaurant. You say chain. You say any other company. You say Holiday Inn chain of hotels. Now let's not get into where hotels were right now. In these bad times, they were really suffering, which I don't want to go in technical on the suffering what they've done. But this is what they faced. Now it's forever. Imagine you can join with, as now today you with this news, Mr. Singla, our country sales manager, has come out with a new rule of the 5,000. It's amazing. Now imagine now which company will think a distributor point of view. So what makes Forever different to any other business is Forever is distributor friendly. Some companies are company friendly. Here we are distributor friendly. Imagine we have got this rule only for India. And so we should always understand the power that what our management, our FLP staff, management, we sometimes think they're not doing enough for us. They are, but they also have the limitation. But what they do is fantastic. So imagine the amount of facilities, the training, the setup, you get all this. So it's guys, with Forever is concerned, imagine you can do the business anywhere. Now, if I have somebody in Delhi, Shillong, Hyderabad, I mean, you name it, and I just have to sponsor. Now I can just do that on a link. Yes, we are having some technical challenges right now, which is always there. When anything that is new, we'll always have a technical problem. So this is the best part of the business. You sponsor anybody, get anybody. Imagine for the sponsorship, what are you paying? Achha, forget what you're paying. What is the person who's joined you? What is he paying? So many people say, ye to scam hai. How can it be a scam? If I've taken money, I would do scam. No, I'm not taking any money from you. So where's the question of scam? So you can even do this business if you want as a part-time, you can do it full-time. But the problem is what, the problem are I always say, I tell people the problem is the mirror. When you go and see in the mirror and you see something in the mirror, that is the problem. People do business part-time. So the income will be part-time. If you do business full-time, your income is full-time. But if you're doing part-time and you expect income as a full-time and you don't get it, then you say, "Arey, kuch aa raha hi nahi hai." Sorry for my Hindi. I'm not getting anything. This is what company, bakwas company, and blah, blah, blah. They'll say, "Arey, but you didn't do anything." In other companies, now today also, other companies will tell you to invest money, share market, whatever. I mean, I don't want to criticize some other business, but they'll tell you to invest money. We tell you don't invest money, do a sale. Because any company says we are going to give you income without sale, understand that's a scam. Because without a sale, without a product being sold, how do you expect to make money? Today, if you employ a staff and he doesn't give you any sale, will you give him a salary? Will you give him a commission? No. So sale is one of the most important things that you know. So that's how I started. I grew my network all over. So I got a distributor from Hyderabad who had come. There's another two, three people from Bombay who joined me. So many and many people started joining me. Then I started going to Hyderabad to do trainings. I used to go to Bangalore to do training. I had an excellent guy from Bangalore, his name is Jay Khanna. So he also joined me. Now, this is how my team started increasing. Now, the value of a team is very important. Understand why you need a team in any business. When you're doing yourself on your own, let's say I'm doing a business on my own, or let's assume I'm the best salesman in India. So whenever I go and sell a product, I make money. Good, fantastic. So I got an award, best award as the best salesman in India. Okay. But when I go and sell the product, I make money. Today I'm going on the bike and I meet with an accident and I'm bedridden for 3 months or 6 months. Where's my sale? Zero sale. Forget the hospital bill. Nowadays, hospitals are, let's not get into that. But when there's no sale, still I'm paying the bills. Please, where's my income? I'm not earning sale. Now, in my thing, what happens? Because I introduce people in Dubai, US, Canada, Germany, India. Even if anything happens here, no problem. My business is on. And this has been proved in this corona time. In this pandemic, it has been proved what income we pay. So gradually I started qualifying, then I qualified to go for an international rally. I went to Vancouver, then Edmonton, Calgary, and then my trip started growing tremendously. So guys, you are going to meet a lot of negative people. I'm telling you. Sometimes it could be your own friends who are negative. Forget outsiders. Your own friends. My own family was against me. My dad was against me. My mom was against me. So, and all my relations, oh my God, bless them. Really bless them, because they were the maximum negative was my relations. So you can't wait for people to be negative. The only way you can prove them wrong is by doing something, achieving something, and then they are quiet. But still they will complain, because when I started achieving and doing fantastic, traveling the world, some of my friends and relations were saying, "Arey, I think he's doing smuggling, huh? Because every time he goes abroad now, 5 cars, something wrong. I think he's doing smuggling." So people are going to criticize. You are not supposed to fight with anybody. Even if they criticize you, they put you down. You'll always be in good relation with them, because you don't know when the times are going to be bad. And if the times are bad, I think these are the only people are going to save you, because there'll be nothing else saving you. So guys, imagine what fantastic thing you can do. So then gradually I started making a network. I started going to Pune. I started going to other cities. And anyway, I used to love traveling. So my hobby was I used to love traveling. I used to take the car out and go and, I used to never think of business. I thought I was going for a picnic. So I used to go to all these different cities, do seminar, enjoy life, and come back. So the routine of my system was not business. It was more like I'm going for a drive. I'm going for a holiday. And I was making all this network all over. Now, this is started when, this was about 20 years back when I started. Then gradually I became a manager, then I became a senior manager, I became a soaring manager, then I became a sapphire manager, all with a genuine team. It's very important to have a genuine team. Many people, with due respect to them, they'll tell you to put money and qualify. Don't do that, because it's like you being a landlord, but no land. Imagine what you say in Hindi, zamindar. You are zamindar, your name is zamindar, but koi zameen nahi hai. You don't have any land with you. So it's very important to do the rules of the regulation of the company. Now the company has made some rules. It's not to put you down. It's a rule to make you prosperous and your business don't suffer. So guys, very, very important. And when I joined again, then there was, as I told you, a lot of challenges. Many people used to laugh at me. See, the best way, there's a saying by a very famous person. His name is Moshe Dayan. Now, Moshe Dayan was the defense minister of Israel. He used to always tell his troops, his statement was, always think your enemy wise, if not prove it. And that I understood in my head. Now, that went inside. And guys, when it goes in your head, this is the most powerful thing that you have. You don't need any education. You don't need to be MBA, DMBA, TIMBA, and have 10 degrees. Our system is better. Now imagine And this thing here that you have, everybody has. And guess what? Unlimited GB. There's no 50 GB, 5 GB, 10 GB, unlimited. The only problem will be the virus. So don't put antivirus, you become an antivirus. And that's how you will succeed. So gradually you can start sponsoring anybody in the business. Now imagine in today's world, now in this time, in these tough times, sponsor everybody. Now I always tell people, what will I do? I said, do you use shampoo? Do you use conditioner? Do you have skincare? Instead of buying from the market, which I don't want to compare, buy the best. Why will you compromise? I said in 3 things, you cannot be a miser. Very important, in 3 things, you cannot be a miser. Miser means you don't have to be a kanjus. Sorry for my Hindi word. One is what you apply on your face, what you apply on your hair, and what you take inside. In the olden days, when we used to travel by train, and we wanted to have water, we should take that pittal, that brass jar, and go where that tap is, and press it and drink water, right? Because it was safe. Now would you do that? Now we buy Aquafina, or we buy a distillery water, or any filtered water. Why do we do that? When now I have a question, when even some people say, "Na, your products are expensive." Now that water bottle will cost me 20 rupees. While if I fill in water directly from the tap, it is free. But still we buy 20 because we know it will be a little safe. I'm not saying it's the best, but it is safer than what you get in the water. Nowadays, I heard that the filter water is also bad. I will not get into that debate. So you have to understand what business you're doing, where you come from, what the setup is. Now, if I remember, I told you the ABC rule, company background, how old is the company, how many countries it is operational, where all it is there, does it has any cases against it, what are the worldwide review, not review by others. For example, I have a computer from another MLM, God bless them, and he goes and he puts a comment that this company is bad, demo, that has no value. Do you have any paper cuttings? Do you have any news cuttings? Do you have any government cuttings? That's very important. Second, your products, and as I told you, third, the income. So are these, check the 3 things, how powerful they are. Only when they are powerful, then only will the company survive. So many people say, I say both, they say in Hindi, this lot of companies have come and gone. I said, sir, we are now in over 42 years, we are already operational. And we have not backed out of any country. So once we enter a country, we don't back out. Unless you do a scam. Other companies do a scam, then they run away and they'll put some other blame. So if you're already in so many countries worldwide, imagine the type of business you can do. So today, if I have a friend in Dubai, I don't have to go. I just take my mobile. I take my mobile and I just send him a link. I send him a link and he joins in Dubai. And guess what? I get checks here. Not just is the money, but I even get those CCs for my international travel, for my other facilities which I have with the company. So those will even help me for my go to the next level. So imagine this, you could have anywhere in the world. Tomorrow, let's say something is wrong somewhere in some country, you can shift to the other country, do business there, change your home base and do. I have met a lot of people who are MBA, DMBA, say I have nothing against them. The problem with these people are, sometimes they're jealous with you. And I'll tell you why. Because they have done all the education, every degree, MBA, DMBA, they have taken all the degree. And they then see your income and you don't have any degree and you're making better than them. So that's one jealousy. You have to understand that these people are not bad. And some of the questions that you ask, they'll ask you is very stupid. Like one of these guys asked me a question. Only the people at the top make money. I said, excuse me. He said, in your business, only people at the top make money. I asked him, where are you working? So I will not take the name of the company. So I said, in that company, who makes money? The people at the top or the peon down? Of course, people at the top make money. But a peon or the lowest, sorry, I don't want to use the word peon, but the lowest guy in that company can never become the manager or general manager or sales manager or regional sales manager of that company. In our company, you can join as a distributor and you can reach the top. So these are the type of questions you're going to get. Another question could be, this was a very good question which used to come. Only people who have joined in the starting, only they make money, nobody else. So if you have joined right in the starting, you could make money. But if you join later on, I don't think you can make money. I said, yeah. Now, if you see in our forever, who is making money? Youngsters. Youngsters who are 20 years, 21 years, 23 years, these are the youngsters, 23 years, 21 years are making money, and their income is not that also we could do when we were in that time. So imagine all the excuses that they have, we have ready answers. We have proof of income. Some of our youngsters, they even show their income on Zoom and other meetings. They show the proof of income, which no other company will do. So understand the business and the setup that you have, you're involved with, mind blowing. Now, I will not want to talk much because you have fantastic trainers who do a lot of trainings on our Facebook page. But I like to show you my presentation. My presentation basically on my traveling abroad with this company. See, in any business you do, I'll tell you the problem with other business with us. Other business, you don't travel the world. You don't get you might get some cars, but sometimes it's with the job, and once you leave the job, the cars goes. Third, you don't have a lifestyle. So, okay, you might be having money, but there's no lifestyle. I know many businessmen in Bombay, they have not yet gone to Kashmir. They have not yet gone to Goa. They're saying time nahi milta hai. We are so busy. So they have money, but no lifestyle. Health, let's not even talk about it. So in this company was extraordinary for me, not just good, but mind blowing for me. In fact, the amount of traveling I've done, some people think I'm a travel agent. Wow, you're gone to so many places. Are you in the travel business? They ask me. So I like to go on my PowerPoint presentation to show you my achievements, because if I keep on talking big on money and this, you might think it's a fairy tale. So I will not waste time, and I like to share my screen. So let me do that right now. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Okay, screen is okay. Just in the chat, yes, you all can see the screen. Fantastic. So you can see my screen. Is my screen being shown on the screen on the laptop? On Zoom? Okay, I think it's being shown. So let's go ahead. So basically, this is my presentation, which I have done from the time I've joined till now. And this has been amazing, guys. So this, if you see my statement, it says forever no limit. So there's no limit on your achievement, no limit on your dreams, no limit on your houses, no limit on your cars, no limit in your income, no limit on expanding. Do what you want, wherever you want, however you want. The world is your playground. Imagine the full world is your playground. And by the way, what money have you put? So this says, that's why I said no limit. And that gives my name. And it says here down, with forever, you are always a winner. So guys, this is a fantastic thing that you can do, a fantastic business, a business which you can do in over 180 countries. Imagine today you are a business owner for 180 countries. You know what? I love Rex the most. Rex never says this is my company. He always tells me, Simon, this is your company. And Rex is class. I mean, you can't even imagine how fantastic this guy is. So guys, so this is when I joined the business in the year 2000. When I started the business, as you can see here, the guy who sponsored me, Lester. So I'd like to thank him for introducing me to this company. And this is John Thomas here that we have. So we basically started this business in the year 2000. And this was our launch. This was at the Taj Regent Hotel, which is at Bandstand. So this was one of the 5-star to 7-star hotels where we had the launch. It was in the year 2000. And that's how we started the business. And it was amazing setup, amazing event that we had where Rex also had come. And so this was the first big event of the company that we had. So in 2001, I had the honor to go and meet Rex, not in India, but go and meet him in Vancouver, Canada. So my first trip with the company was, I joined in 2000, 2001 I qualified. So imagine in 1 year's time, I qualified to go to Canada. My staying, lodging, boarding, air ticket free. Over that, I got $1,000 pocket money, spending money. Imagine those spending money, I could buy whatever I want, not nothing with the company. Because everything else was taken care by the company. So this was again, guys, very, very nice, very fantastic. So in 2000, I'll make this presentation a little fast so that you'll, I can show you the maximum stuff that I can do. So this was in this was in Hoover Dam. You can see on the left, this particular photo is on Hoover Dam, and here it was in Mexico and Cancun. So this was Cancun and Acapulco. This was my photo in Acapulco. So you can see the top distributors of the world from every country, and you can see the smart guy here. That's me. So this was in Acapulco in Mexico. This was in the US at the Hoover Dam. So we started traveling the world. We went to Sun City, South Africa. Then we went to Victoria Falls. So if you can see this photo here down, you can see me with Japanese distributors, Hungary distributors, and that's me over here. We went by jet boat. Now jet boat, we went to see the Victoria Falls. So like Niagara Falls, Victoria Falls is also very famous. So this was one fantastic trip we had. So this was in 2003. 2004 went to Philippines, San Diego, Catherine Island, Universal Studio. Guys, again I'm telling you, I'm not a travel agent. This is an incentive from the company. Of course, you have to work for it. You can't just say, I will pay 5,000 and I want all these tips free. Sorry. But you can qualify for all these tips, and anybody who does the target can qualify. It's not only the first 2 people or first 3 people. It could be 5, 10, 50, 100, unlimited. All those who qualify, they will take. In fact, we love to give the company a problem, because the more we qualify, they have to do more arrangements. So it is fantastic. So let's more people qualify and we can do wonders. So this is 2004 in San Diego, Universal Studio, Catherine Island, Philippines. This is in Phoenix. So you can see how lovely. You see, in the starting, when I joined, I used to go alone. But gradually, a big team from India started coming. The reason why big team, more people started qualifying, more people started doing the targets, more people started doing the incentive programs. So you can see here how many people have qualified. Now here you can see again are my team members, and you can see here. So more and more people, and then we were very proud to show the Indian flag. So when we used to go abroad, we used to show the Indian flag over there. You can see most of them holding the Indian flag also. Even when we used to go on the stage, we used to carry the Indian flag with us. So very, very important, because today you have to be proud of where you're born and which setup is. So I'm always proud of that. I'm an Indian, and I would love to show that the Indians are one of the best. You see, all over the world, the Indians are successful. So you can understand what wonders we can do. And we'll come to more of what India has done with this business. So in 2006, we were going to NASA. So every year I has to make 1 or 2 trips with the company. Now these are all incentive trips. Now you can see here the Indian team here. You can see the full group here. You can see, this was a Scandinavian cap which I had. It was like a cap which I wore. It's go by Scandinavia. So we used to exchange gifts. I used to give them something from India. They used to give me something from there. And you can see the full team here. You can see the full team. The ladies with lovely saris, and we guys were with white suits. Tell you frankly, I hated this, because you were looking like those bandbox. Band in the weddings, you have the bandbox playing. So we were looking like them, but it's okay. We enjoyed ourselves over there. So this was in 2007. This was the first time when I did a seminar abroad. This was for about 7,000 people, and this was in Orange County, California. And you can see the lovely distributors here. I love this dress, because the only reason I love this dress, because we were all wearing pagdis. You can see me over here. So we were all wearing pagdis, and it was fantastic experience that we had. So again, this was my training to about 7,000 foreigners that we used to do. And training on the business, how you can do business, what are the types of setup that you have, what are the challenges you will face, because everybody can motivate you, but nobody can tell you the challenges. I used to handle on the challenges, because something is very, very important, how to handle. If you can handle negative questions, you can become successful. So this is in Hawaii, Pearl Harbor. Remember, Pearl Harbor was, which I went, it was a dream for me to go to Pearl Harbor. I had heard of the Second World War. I had heard of Pearl Harbor. I had heard of USS Missouri. Now this is the boat USS Missouri. Now I'll just give a small history on USS Missouri. USS Missouri was the same ship where the Second World War peace treaty was signed. I had heard of it. I'd seen the Second World War, and I needed that once in my life. If I can, I was to dream of going there, and forever my dream came true. I went there to USS Missouri, and exactly where the peace treaty was signed, I took a photo there also. And this is inside the submarine. You can see the cap which I'm wearing says Hawaii on top. This is the Waikiki beach. So this is again all outstanding events that we had. This is in Phoenix. You can see here a full Indian team. You can see Mikolos here. Mikolos is one of the top guys. I'll just give you a brief introduction on this guy, Mikolos. Now, this guy is one of the top earners. I mean, his chairman bonus goes to 4 crores, 5 crores. Now, I'll tell you a brief on this guy. It's very important for you to understand that when you sponsor people, not necessarily that you should know he should be the number one, in the world or something like this. You could have, he could be at any level. So normally we see now a suit with pen, he can talk very well, then we'll get him involved. No. Now Mikolos was a joker in a circus. In a circus, he was a joker. And this guy today has got Rolls Royce, Ferrari, BMW, name the cars, and he has it. He's always forever. So imagine if you know anybody in your team, maybe he's a rickshaw driver, maybe he's a mechanic, maybe he's a businessman. Sponsor everybody. You don't know who is going to be successful. जैसा बोलता है हीरा, you don't know unless you polish the हीरा ना. But guess what? All the heras you bring here, forever will polish them. And you have a fantastic team. You have your upline, his upline, that upline, if not the company. So you have a range of service centers which you can get with forever. And it's amazing. So you can see here in 2008, then this was 2009, we went to Phoenix. And you can see Nawaz, you can see Amarjit, you can see Rex, you can see the full team that we have here. You can see lovely distributors. You can see Bharat Bhai also there. This is 2010. You can see Jose. You can see, Vikram is there. Jose is there. Bharat Bhai is there. Full range of people. One of the top achievers that you can see here. And you can see John Thomas. You can see everybody here. So these are types of achievement that this company can give you. Now, not just this, it's the lifestyle. I have not yet come to money. So this is just this thing. Only on the achievements and the qualification. Imagine I'm traveling the world. Best of hotels, all 7-star, 5-star hotels is all given by forever. And forever, forget the money. I'm not even come to the money. I'm only telling you the lifestyle that I get from forever. So this is again, we were in Vienna 2011. This was a fantastic opportunity for me in Vienna. Here because I was the guest speaker. And I did a training for 12,600 foreigners. Guys, I repeat, 12,600 foreigners I did a training. Imagine when you're going abroad and you have a crowd of 12,600 people and you're going on stage, some people will shiver. And that happened to me also. But once I started speaking, because we speak from the heart, we don't speak on a PowerPoint, read something and say, we speak from the heart. And forever is all about speaking from the heart. Because all your stories that you're going to tell them are all true. So I don't have to tell them something which is not true. What is facts? I tell them. And normally what I do is I even show the facts. So even if there's a little bit of tickle in the brain, I show the facts. So they know what I'm talking about. So this is in Malaysia, Singapore, Langkawi. This is Washington, D.C. When you enter the Parliament building, you can see the White House here. You can see the full Indian distributors. You can see my favorite hobby, money. And so this is the types of trips that you have with this company, which is mind-blowing. This is when we went to Bahamas. Then Bahamas, we stayed in the Atlantis Hotel in Bahamas, not Dubai. Huh? Dubai we went later on, which again I stayed in Atlantis. Forget that. This I'm talking about Bahamas. So this is the Atlantis Hotel. You can see the Atlantis here, Bahama Islands. And this was again a fantastic trip from forever. And what achievements, what setup, what training. I mean, it was superb. So guys, we don't compromise. If you can see here, this is a photo of mine on a boat. This is a speedboat. And the speedboat was playing the James Bond music on the side. And it was waving from one side to the other side. So it was amazing trip that we had. This is in Vietnam. In Vietnam, I was the chief guest. And it was fantastic because As you know, Vietnam is also with Forever. And what is very important here was, this is when I was the chief guest here. This is my training. This is my training in Vietnam. And this training is to about 900 top leaders of Vietnam. And here I had the opportunity to stay in a Forever resort. So this was very exciting for me to stay in a Forever resort. So you can see here, Forever Green Resort. This is my bedroom. Forever Green Resort is written here. So this was superb. And here we went sightseeing. So this is my photo when not just the trip, but even some days we used to go sightseeing, went to a lot of lakes, caves. And this is my trip when I went to Monkey Island. There was an island called Monkey Island. So this was my trip to going to Monkey Island. I don't know who was the monkey there. Anyway, that's a good story. So this is how fantastic, I mean, your achievement, your happiness, what Forever gives you is not just the income, not just the business. It gives you a lifestyle. It gives you a setup. It gives you a different vision of life. And this is what I got from here. Now you can see here, this is in Hong Kong. You can see all Indian distributors is lovely. If you notice the Indian distributors, see the smile on the face. See, I'm enjoying now, not just Indian, but you meet any distributors. These people are from Singapore, Malaysia. So you can see them here. That's me over here. You can see the face. You can see how they, nowadays, if you take a selfie and you take a photo, then people will pause and make pound and all that stuff. These are all natural. So this is the best part with when you meet distributors from all over the world. And you can take photos with anybody, exchange your numbers, become friends, and you can have a fantastic time. So this was in 2012 when I went to Hong Kong. Then this is 2012 again. Imagine so many places you're going, okay? 2012 again, we went to Phoenix. You can see our lovely ladies in saris. And you can see here our Indian team, the full team. Like, let me talk this in Hindi. We went to downtown and we kabza kiya. So you can see that full downtown with Forever distributors, all with Indian flags. Imagine when you're in downtown and in Phoenix, and any car passes, you see this big crowd of Indian people, well dressed, well set up, and you can see fantastic leaders. So here you can see me where I'm in the Forever office. This is our head office that we have, which is again one of the most amazing buildings you have seen. You can see that on Facebook also, or on YouTube. You can see the setups. This was Las Vegas. Now, Las Vegas, we had gone many times, but this time we had the rally in Las Vegas. So it's a difference. Many times we had gone to Las Vegas, but this time the rally was in Las Vegas. So you can see here, this is the hotel that we stayed, Bellagio. This is my room. Now, Bellagio Hotel, if you go to YouTube and type Fountains of Bellagio. So here was my room right here somewhere. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah. Somewhere here was my room. And these are the fountains here. So these fountains were superb. So if you go to YouTube and check Fountains of Bellagio, it was amazing. So this was my training at the Bellagio Hotel here. You can see here, Bellagio Hotel. Then this was where we went to Lake Me. And the best part with this trip was we requested the management, Forever US management, that we want to go on a trip on a boat, or Forever boat. So they organized a boat for us. It was not in the package. It was not with the tour, but they specially organized a package where we could take a boat and go on Lake Me. And not just me, but I took the full Indian team with me. So it was amazing. This is in Sweden. So you can see here, this is me as a guest speaker. You can see here, this is my audience, about 7,000 people, all foreigners. And I'm doing a training on business, on setup. This is my on stage photo. And this is again with our lovely distributors. So it was fantastic. Now here we went to Ari. Ari is a hill station in Sweden. And this trip was again outstanding. You know why? Because I love traveling and I love going to different places. And guess what? All this is free, all done by the company. Here I had the opportunity to stay in an igloo. Because I just heard of igloo. And if you can see here, this is my bedroom. You can see ice behind. This is my entrance. This is my skiing. This is my skiing, and this is motor scooters. So this is the type of lifestyle that the company gives you guys. Imagine the setup, the training, it's out of the world. This is me in 2013, Hawaii, Pearl Harbor. This was again we went. This is 2007 I had gone. 2013 again I had gone, and you can see here. This is my room. And we were in the Hilton Hawaii Village, and this was the on the beach, and you can see here with all our lovely distributors. So this is the types of people you meet, the people you meet, the setup, the trainings, and this was in London O2, which was again amazing, guys. Guys, again I want to repeat, I am not a travel agent. These are all incentives. I am not paid for it. It's all incentives by the company. So this was in O2 London. O2 is where Michael Jackson used to perform. And you can see what is very important here is when you see these photos, see the faces, see the smile on them. Yeah, everybody just see the smile. See the smile here, see the smile here. So everybody was excited and that lifestyle that we had. In 2015, we had an opportunity because this was again a dream for me because I had always seen these photos of Marina Sand Bay. So if you see this hotel here, it's on 3 towers. On the 3 towers is a swimming pool. This was a hotel which I dreamed. One fine day I will go and stay here. And guess what? This dream also forever made it true. I stayed here for nearly 8 to 9 days, all free from the company, with all expenses paid by the company. This was a hotel with 3 towers and a swimming pool on the top. And this is my photo on the top of the pool. This is again in the hotel. This is our office in Forever in Singapore, office in Singapore, office in Singapore. Now, this was the type of travel that the company used to give us. And not just when every city we go, we used to go to the local office also there. So this was amazing. 2016, we went to South Africa, which was again fantastic. And that time, Baba was, a lot of Babas were in form. So I thought also I'll become a Baba here. So this is how we had 2016, we went to Dubai. You can see we were staying at the Atlantis Hotel. We went desert safari, scooter ride, then boat ride, and everything was there. So it was amazing. This was in Paris. This was in Mykonos. You can see now, not just me, but I'm taking my full team along with me. So I have my full team is with me, and we are all going to Mykonos, Greece. So it is not just you going alone. You taking your team who have done achievement with you, your full setup, your best leaders. Take them with you. Let them also qualify, but let them qualify because you see there's a saying: if you give something free, it has no value. If you give free, then they will say, there's no value. If you tell them small investment, they'll say then money will be less. You tell them come in big, they'll say no money. So for everything they have an excuse. So if they qualify, of course treat them. Give them the best incentives. Give them travel. But in this case, most of the incentives are given by the company. So you could also give your own incentives as and how you want to, as far as those people qualify. Do not give incentive to people who don't qualify, because you want to encourage the people who qualify. So this was in Greece, in Mykonos, amazing place, fantastic. Then this was in Athens. This was in Costa Nevarica. Now imagine the hotels we are staying in, the Western Costa Nevarica. You can see my Indian team. You can see Jyoti here. You can see Kanoja. You can see Kanoja, that's the father, that's the son. And not just am I going alone, I'm taking my full team with me. So imagine everybody that is done achievement in you, they're also coming with you. And the bound we have there, the friendship we have here, I remember we used to go to the pool, and so much fun, everybody in the pool, everybody in the water, having fun and enjoying life. And guess what? Everything paid by the company. So very, very, for you to understand, the Forever is class. I mean, don't even compare it. If you want to compare with Tata, Birla, Reliance, McDonald's, KFC, Infosys, we'll beat them, guys. Please understand. It's not that I'm trying to be proudy or rude. I'm proving it to you. Which company will give you this lifestyle, which I'm going to show you. So this was 2016. This is 2017. 16 again. This was again in Greece, where we did island hopping. Now, when you have party hopping, this is island hopping. Island hopping means like party. You go to one party, then you go to another party, then you go to another. Island hopping, we used to go to one island, swim there for half an hour, 15, 20 minutes, come back to the boat, go to another island, swim there for some time, have fun, go to another island. And if you notice something which is fantastic, this boat belonged to Forever. Can you see here? See the boat. This boat belonged to Forever here. Can you see this? Imagine traveling and going to the best islands of Greece. Wow, amazing! It's a dream. I mean, the memories still come into me when I really think of this. So it's fantastic, guys. This is in Dubai 2017, where we stayed in the JW Marriott. Then we went to the Atlantis for the full day tour with all the rides and everything. So it was amazing here. This was the rally. Now this is the rally in Dubai. So you can see here, you can see the lovely Indian team. You can see here You can see a lot of Indians here. You can see another leader of mine from Ichakaranji. Ichakaranji is a place near Kolhapur. So he had come with me, and you can see the lovely distributors all over the world. You can see how all different distributors from different countries you can see here, and you can see the Japanese distributors. So, and best part, you can make friends with everybody. And the best part with Forever is this power of love. So you can talk to anybody and speak to anybody, and you can even tell them, I want to have a photo with you, I want a selfie with you, and they'll oblige. So it is, that's outstanding with the attitude of Forever distributors compared to any other company that you have. So it's fantastic. This is a cruise that we went in Freedom of the Sea 2017. So you can see here, this was the cruise that we had. This is the cruise. Again, here you can see Praful here. You can see a lot of Indian distributors here. You can see Praful's wife here. And this was, just imagine Greg, who's now the owner of the company. Imagine he puts the owner of Forever Living. He puts his hand around you. Yeah, you can see his hand around me. And you can see his smile. In fact, I was more nervous than him. So you can imagine that the photos that we have here, you can see the full Indian team here and how beautiful we all, you see the smiles. Now, this was in the boat when we were planning to go to one of the islands. So this was just on the boat when we were planning to go to another island. You can see how lovely the distributors are. This is in Barcelona. Then we went to Monte Carlo. Now, Monte Carlo is famous. It's one of the most lovely nightlife that you have here. You have car racings here. And so this was again an amazing trip. Guys, these are all paid by the company, all incentives with the company, all benefits by the company. So imagine what type of lifestyle you have. Then we went to Rome. So this was in Rome. You can see here, we're in Rome. This is in Madrid. This is in Zaragoza. So imagine different cities we are going, not just one. We're going to different cities. Even when you go to Spain and Greece, then different cities, we keep on traveling with the company. And this was in Valencia. Now, Valencia is a very famous city in Spain. There's a movie in English, it's called El Cid, ELCID. It's with Charlton Heston, Sophia Loren, Mark Swan. You all must see it. I think it's available on YouTube also. It's a mind-blowing movie. So the last scene in that movie was in Valencia. So that I remembered that thing and I wanted to go and see Valencia also. So this is the type of lifestyle that you have based. This is in Thailand in 2018. So we went to Thailand. Then I went to again in Thailand. So we did scuba diving, snorkeling, going to islands, going to temples. In 2018, I even was very happy to qualify as a supplier manager. Guys, it took me a lot of time to qualify as a supplier manager. Now we have youngsters who are 22 and 23 and 24 years old who have qualified. So I really love the youngsters. You know why I love the youngsters? Because those people can perform. It's fantastic. And we need a lot of young blood in the company. It's outstanding that these people are qualifying and doing the world. Here you can see me in Aloe Vera of America. You can see me here. You can again see Greg put his hand around me. So this is in 2018 in the US. So this is the type of setup that you have. You can see the Bangladesh country manager here. She's here with me. She's the Bangladesh country manager. In fact, I was one of the guest speakers some time back. You see Nawaz here. And you can see all our lovely Indian distributors, Joe, Umesh. And all of them are there. They're fantastic people. They're fantastic performers. And they are lifelong with you. So this is very important in the forever business. It's not one guy who comes and then he leaves. Even he leaves, he comes back again. Because all the other companies are, you know what I mean. So this is when I went to Canada, 2018. So you can see me at the Niagara Falls, going in the water boat, in the speed boat. Then I went to the Whirlpool. You can see a Niagara Park where I went to the Whirlpool car. There's another place which is the Whirlpool, which is not the Niagara Falls, but below Niagara Falls. And there also, then we went motor scooter racing. Yeah. So this was fantastic, guys. Then this was in 2019. You can see I'm in Nepal. You can see all the way here where we went on the cruise. We went to the highest bar in Nepal. I don't drink, I don't smoke, but I just wanted to go there just to have the feeling. So it was amazing, guys. This is in Stockholm that we went in 2018. You can see some of my distributors from Dubai. Nawaz is here, and you can see our lovely team here. And this was in Stockholm. Now, this is again in Stockholm in 2019. So you can see how beautiful, where we are brushing shoulders with the cream of crowd, different people, different uh, cities, countries that we go and mix around with. So this is when we went to Bergen. Bergen is again very famous. If you heard of the Second World War, you might have heard of the Bergen fort, Bergen port. Sorry, and that's where we went to. And then we went by speedboat. We went traveling. We went top of the mountain. Everything was fantastic. So if you can see here, many of the local Bergens were very impressing me. The reason why, because there was snow here. Can you see snow behind? And I'm only wearing a t-shirt. So they were very impressed. You can see all snow here, but I'm just wearing a t-shirt. So it was amazing. You can see here there's a waterfall, and these are all my trips in Bergen. These are managers retreat. So these are all my foreign trips. Now, last year we could not go to Australia because of the pandemic, the corona thing. So we didn't go. But the company again paid us for that trip. It's not just we can't go. Okay, bye bye. No, the company took care of you. They paid you. This year also we can't go because of the pandemic, but the company is taking you. And plus, they have organized a special tour for the achievers, which they're going to keep a surprise. I think it should be Goa, but anyway, maybe they're taking us to a different place where we don't go, so it will be more fun. And this is only for the achievers with the company. So, plus, they're giving us the money. So, which other company can do this? And I'll tell you one thing: from the time Mr. Singla has taken over, he has changed a lot of things and a lot of achievement, a lot of setup. And whenever you talk to him with anything, this is the challenges we're facing, he listens and then he takes action on it. Sometimes he might not, because again, he also needs to take approval from there. But whichever is possible, whatever can be done. This is called a distributor-friendly company. Some companies are company-friendly. This is distributor-friendly. Very important to understand where you're working and how you're working. So that's fantastic, guys. So this was again where in 2012, India was number 6 in the world. So all the people who didn't join me saying, "Ye chalne wala nahi hai, this is not going to work, this is not going to run," I tell them we are number 6 in the world sales. In the world, we are number 6. Then we came to number 3 in 2013. So in world, in 170 countries, India being number 3. So guys, wherever you all are, just clap on yourself and say we are the best, right? India is always going to rock. And I am very proud to be in India. So don't worry about it. And India is number 3 in 2013, 2014, we were number 3, 2017, 2018, we were number 3. So imagine being number 3 in the world and beating countries like Scandinavia, Malaysia, South Africa. And guess what? This is the surprise. Guys, see number 2, that's India. Imagine in the world, India number 2 in world sales. And guys, we have just got started. So the number 1 is where we are looking at. And I'm sure in the coming years, we will be number 1. And today, forever, half the people have not heard in India. Imagine if everybody hears of forever, what type of fantastic income, what type of fantastic business we can do. And being number 1 in the world is our dream. And I'm sure that day it will be a party time with all forever distributors. So if you're in forever or not with forever, come in forever before we become number 1. So the minute you come into forever and we come number 1, imagine the happiness you'll get. So guys, work on this and it's going to be outstanding, fantastic. I mean, you can't even imagine the type of income that we give. Now, what is more important is look at the checks we have given in this Corona time. Imagine the checks we have given. Can you see this? These are the checks we have given in 2020 when best airlines, 9,000 staff, Emirates Airways removed 9,000 staff, where people had just imagined those 9,000 staff, they're taken a loan, they're taken cars and houses on loan, could not pay and had to leave everything and come. In 2020, in these times where people who could not get, we have paid the best type of chairman bonus. Which company will do this? Please think. Don't trust me. Think. This is the type of income we have given in these times. So what wonders have we done? Guys, you must understand forever is class. Don't even compare with these Tom, Dick and Harry companies. I don't want to blame them. God bless them because they need the blessings anyway. So this was my thing in the week magazine. If you can see here, this is press coverage. This is Sachin Tendulkar, this is Aishwarya, and that's me. Our first millionaire without boss, without big boss. This is one of my cars with the company, and this is my achievements with the company. So this is doing fantastic, mind blowing. I mean, which other company? If you can see, my name is also here. Simon Davidson Forever Living Products, Mumbai. Okay, and this is one of my cars. So I totally got 6 cars from the company as an incentive. 6 cars as an incentive from the company. All the cars are on my name. It's not like a job. I get a car, I leave the job, give the car back. No, all 6 cars are on my name. So this is the type of achievement. Because when I was young, it was my dream to get the best of cars. And one thing which I was very clear, I didn't want. I might use a Hindi word here, so sorry. I didn't want baap ki kamai. I wanted my own car with my own hard work. Bale, it's a nano, it's okay. But I will get that only with my own hard work. I didn't want it baap ki kamai. Because that was one thing which I was very, very focused on. So once this happened, this is the type of cars I started getting from the company. The first was a Lancer, Scorpio, Skoda, Hawk. And we started covering more. And then I picked up the Audi A6. And this was fantastic car. Just I'll give a small thing on this. That's my dad who's with me. You can see my dad here. He's with me here. And I really respect him a lot because he was anti me joining this business. He was against me joining this business. And I'm very happy for that because he was anti, I had to prove a point. With this, when I had to prove a point, I had to do a lot of achievements. So I must thank him again. And he lived for 100 years and 3 months. So that's another achievement of his, but he was superb, excellent, and he was one of my main motivators. No doubt he used to put me down with the business, but that was a positive thing. So when it's negative, make it positive. And I took it as a challenge. So it was amazing. Now, when I bought this car, I bought it cash down, not on installment, not a second-hand car, a brand new car from the showroom. So brand new one I picked up from the showroom for 62 lakhs. And I fitted a sound system in this for 3 lakh rupees, a Bose sound system, which was with 12 speakers and 1 woofer. So I was not worried about 3 lakhs because my aim was to earn 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. So this is fantastic. This is then I started picking a house because I used to go to Pune very often. So I picked up one house in Pune. In Forever Opportunity, you can talk to anybody. So this is basically a joke. I'm talking to Einstein. I said, what are you doing all these lights and all now? Okay, now come and join Forever. This is my house in Bombay. You can see we have a lot of get-togethers and parties with our distributors, some of our distributors. You have to protect your business because what happens, Forever gives you a venue where you can come and meet people, discuss with them, office, they give you, they don't charge you. So what happens, many other MLM people come there and start snatching people to take them to another business. So you are the protector, so you have to protect them. You are the guy and you have to save the company. This is your business. So I'm nothing against them. God bless them. Let them stay in their company. Don't come here. But you have to come here and snatch people and take them here and talk bad about Forever and go there, I object. So I will always protect Forever, and you should also protect Forever. If there's something wrong going, tell the management, let them take action on it. You don't have to go and punch them, which I'm doing here, but you can always play safe. Yeah. So now here I'm being blessed. You can see here I'm being blessed by the Pope. By the way, this is not the Pope. This is a statue. Okay, it's in the Wax Museum. So what am I being blessed for? I'm being blessed for more CCs. More CCs means more money. Now you can see this. So this is my check of 23 lakhs 90,000. This is only a bonus check. Like what I say Diwali bonus, but actually it's a chairman bonus. So you can see here the type of income I got is 23 lakh 90,000. So then I got 60 lakhs. Then I got 89 lakhs. Every year you can qualify. Achha, the time you want to take a break, take a break. The company doesn't force you to qualify. So this is how fantastic it was. This is about 1 crore 40 lakhs. So this you can see here in Hong Kong, Davidson, Simon Davidson, and Rex, the owner of the company, giving you, and you can see when he's paying this money, look at the happiness on his face. Very, very important to understand all this. How fantastic. See Nawaz's face. See the happiness on her face when she's giving this. This is 1 crore 5 lakhs. You can see Vikram, his wife. You can see fantastic people. You can see Jose. You can see Prinkson. And this is another 60 lakhs. So this is the type of only chairman that Diwali bonus, as I say. These are only chairman bonuses that you can get. And you can qualify every year, every year, every year. You know, that day I met one guy. He said, I'm MBA, MBA, MBA. I told him, boss, tell me one thing. You have all these degrees. Tomorrow, say something happens to you and you have to go. Will you give these degrees to your child? If I take my son, please take all these awards. Go and search for a job. No. All those degrees will go in the graveyard or wherever with you. In my case, I can transfer this business with the same post. If I'm a Sapphire manager, with the Sapphire manager post, I can transfer it to anybody. So this is very, very important to understand that our business is not lifelong. It's even after death. Because you can transfer it with your team, with your position, even after death. So imagine such a business that you have. Outstanding, guys. If you can't do forever, you can't do anything else. Because the incentive and the setup that forever gives, no other company can give in the dream. Forget in life, in your dream. Right? So this is again fantastic, guys. So this is my seminar nearly over. This is the last thing. And this is my most favorite statement, because everybody says we are waiting for the right time, then we will join. So you should join whenever you want. The right time is right now. Do not wait. Because there's no investment, there's no overhead expenses, there's no staff. You can do part-time, you can do full-time. So you start right away. Don't wait for the right time. When opportunities knock at your door, go, get up and open the door. That's very, very important. So guys, I will not take a lot of time, and thanks a lot for coming and attending this training or this motivation setup that we have fantastic trainers in India who are doing a lot of fantastic trainings on different topics. So I want you to achieve and do wonders. So thanks a lot for coming and attending this seminar and attending it. I would be more happy when you'll perform and you'll go on stage. And tomorrow when you'll come and see me, say, I attended, Simon, I attended your training on so-and-so date on Zoom, and I got motivated. Now I have achieved this. I will feel more happy that time. So guys, meet you all. Thanks a lot and good night. Rock the show. Be safe and all the best. Thank you.